If you are over 60, there is something you need to pay close attention to. Your brain may be changing right now without you even realizing it. And the truth is, brain deterioration does not happen all at once. It doesn't arrive suddenly, like a switch being turned off. Instead, it happens slowly, quietly, subtly, so subtle that most people ignore the early signs. They brush it off. They say, "It's just aging. I'm just getting forgetful." It happens to everyone. But sometimes, it's more than that. Sometimes, your brain is trying to warn you that something is changing, and if you ignore those warnings, you may miss the chance to slow it down or even prevent it from getting worse. Today, you're going to learn the early signs that your brain may be deteriorating after the age of 60, not to scare you, but to help you become aware, because awareness is the first step to protection. Let's start with something many people experience, but rarely take seriously. The first sign, frequent memory lapses, not just forgetting where you placed your keys, not just forgetting a name occasionally. That happens to everyone. What you need to watch for is when it becomes frequent, when it starts to affect your daily life. You forget conversations. That happened recently. You repeat the same questions without realizing it. You walk into a room and forget why you're there again and again. This is different because your brain is struggling to retain information, and over time, this can become more noticeable. Memory is not just about recall. It's about how your brain processes and stores information. And when that system begins to weaken, small lapses can become bigger gaps. The second sign, difficulty concentrating. You may find it harder to focus on simple tasks. Reading becomes slower. Following conversations becomes harder. You lose track of what someone is saying midway through. Or you start something and forget what you were doing. This is not just distraction. This is your brain struggling to stay engaged, to process information in real time. And when concentration weakens, daily life becomes more difficult. Simple tasks take longer, decisions become harder, and frustration begins to build. The third sign, difficulty finding words. You know what you want to say, but the word just won't come out. It's on the tip of your tongue, but you can't reach it. So you pause, you search, you try to explain it differently. This happens occasionally to everyone, but when it becomes frequent, it may be a sign that your brain's language processing is slowing down. Communication becomes harder, and over time, this can affect your confidence in social situations. You may start speaking less, avoiding conversations, not because you don't want to talk, but because it's becoming harder. The fourth sign, changes in mood or personality. This is one that many people overlook because it doesn't feel physical, it feels emotional, but your brain controls your emotions, your reactions, your personality. So when something changes, you may notice you become more irritable, more anxious, more withdrawn. Things that didn't bother you before start to feel overwhelming. You lose interest in activities you once enjoyed. You feel less motivated, less engaged. This is not just a bad mood. It can be a sign that your brain is changing in how it regulates emotion. The fifth sign, difficulty with familiar tasks. This one is especially important. You may find it harder to do things you've done for years. Cooking a familiar recipe, managing your finances, using devices you've used many times before. Things that used to feel automatic now require more effort, more thinking, more time. This happens because your brain is struggling with organization and sequencing, and when that happens, even simple routines can feel complicated. The sixth sign, getting lost or disoriented. You may find yourself forgetting directions in familiar places, getting confused about where you are, or feeling unsure about how to get home. This is not something to ignore because your brain is responsible for spatial awareness, and when that begins to decline, your sense of direction can be affected, even in places you've known for years. The seventh sign, poor judgment or decision making. You may notice you're making decisions that feel unusual for you, spending money impulsively, forgetting important responsibilities, or making choices that don't fully make sense. This happens because your brain's ability to evaluate situations and make sound decisions is weakening, and over time, this can affect your safety, your finances, and your independence. Now, here is something very important to understand. Experiencing one of these signs occasionally does not mean your brain is deteriorating. Everyone forgets things sometimes. Everyone gets distracted. Everyone has off days. But when these signs become frequent, consistent, and noticeable, that's when you need to pay attention, because your brain is one of the most important organs in your body. It controls everything: your thoughts, your memory, your movement, your personality, your identity, and protecting it should be a priority. So what can you do? Starting today. First, stay mentally active. Your brain needs stimulation, just like your body needs movement. Read, learn new things, have conversations, challenge your mind, because the more you use your brain, the stronger it stays. Second, stay physically active. Movement improves blood flow to your brain. Even simple walking can make a difference, because a healthy body supports a healthy brain. Third, eat for brain health. Focus on real food: fruits, vegetables, healthy fats. Reduce processed foods, because what you eat affects how your brain functions. Fourth, sleep well. Your brain needs rest to repair and reset. Poor sleep affects memory, focus, and clarity, so make sleep a priority. Fifth, stay socially connected. Isolation can accelerate mental decline. Talk to people, spend time with family, stay engaged, because connection keeps your brain active. And finally, listen to your body and your mind. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Don't wait. Don't assume. It's just aging, because early attention can make a powerful difference. Your brain has carried you through your entire life. Every memory, every decision, every experience. It is who you are, and it deserves your care, your attention, your protection. So if you are over 60, pay attention to the signs, stay aware, stay active, and take action early, because protecting your brain means protecting your life. And if this message helped you understand something important, share it with someone you care about, because sometimes a simple message can help someone notice what they were about to ignore. Take care of your mind, and it will take care of you for years to come.